let's be honest. Most people don't do what's right. They do what's visible. And you can preach accountability all day long. But if nobody sees anybody winning, then they're just going to keep doing whatever is normal. That's the power of social proof. Because human beings, we're pack animals and we take our cues from the herd. And in every dealership, there's a cultural gravity that's pulling people towards those behaviors that get attention. And the question is, are you leading that gravity or are you getting crushed by it? I'm Chris Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. Leadership fire, 7 minutes, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today, we're going to show you how to make momentum contagious. Let's take a GSM, and he's trying to build back energy in his store. Numbers are flat, morale is low, and every meeting feels like deja vu. So he does what most managers do. He's going to have a speech. He's going to kind of motivate the troops, and he gets everybody together. Come on, man, why doesn't everybody want it more? We need to finish strong, but nothing changes. Then one day, he tries something different, and he gets a big whiteboard and sets it up right in front of the service office. And on it, he writes the 10 for 10 challenge. Every service advisor's name, 10 walkarounds, 10 upsells. And every time someone completes one, they walk up the board and mark it off in front of everyone. By the end of day 2, the energy was totally different. People were competing and laughing and celebrating. And think about it, same process, same people, totally different energy. What was different? What changed? It's not the process, it's the visibility. Because people mimic what gets rewarded and people do what gets celebrated. That's social proof in action. Dr. Robert Cialdini called this process of social proof one of the 6 pillars of influence. And it's based on this idea that when people are uncertain about what to do, they look around to see what's normal, what's safe, and what's acceptable. Now, how does this apply to leadership? Because if you want to change behavior, then you need to make the new behavior visible so that everybody can see it. Because nobody cares what you say you value. That won't affect change. Your team needs to see it, hear it, and feel it daily. Then they know that's the behavior they need to follow. That's why elite leaders use what I call the visibility loop. See it, say it, celebrate it. It's a simple loop that makes visible the behaviors that are most important. That's what you're trying to put and install in the store. So let's take a look at each of these individually. Number 1 is see it, make success visible. Post the number, highlight the wins. Measure progress publicly. Private praise feels good. Public praise changes cultures. Number 2, say it, narrate the win. When you recognize someone in front of others, you're broadcasting, this is what's normal around here. So you catch someone that, catches a brake job early. It's like, great job on catching that brake job early. That's what's going to help us protect the customer and protect the score. You're narrating out loud. This is the behavior we want. This is what we do. And as you start to train your brain to catch people doing things right, you're going to get this self-reinforcing loop where the culture gets stronger and stronger and clearer. Number 3, celebrate it. Anchor that behavior and give it a dopamine hit. Ring a bell, fist pump, high five, whatever it is, not cheesy, contagious. But that's the loop. See it, say it, celebrate it, and then repeat over and over and over again until you have an unstoppable culture. Because a dealership culture isn't built by what's written on the wall. It's built by what gets applauded in the moment. See, Bob didn't create competition, he created social visibility. That social visibility is what then drove everything else. That is what created the energy. And that energy went from obligation to momentum. And that was the critical shift. So here's the deeper truth. You can't fight the herd instinct, but you can harness it. Because if you're not creating the current, I promise you, the current is creating you. Now, if you're ready to get really good at this, you want to start building the culture by applauding those right moments, then text influence to the number on the screen and download our AI executive assistant bot that'll help you customize and dial in exactly how to start using this feedback loop in your store today to build the culture that you've always wanted or reinforce the culture that you've been building for quite some time. So let's cross the execution bridge and turn insight into action. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Run the visibility loop in your store today. Just ask yourself those 3 simple questions. Number 1, what's visible in my store right now? Is it effort, results, or excuses? What am I saying out loud that reinforces the standards that I hold dear in the store? And then third, am I celebrating progress and not just perfection? You run that loop and you're going to start seeing how specifically you can tweak, manage, and expand your culture so that it becomes an unstoppable culture and a relentless team. Pick one scoreboard, one behavior, one recognition ritual, and start today. Because what gets seen gets repeated, and what gets celebrated becomes culture. The herd instinct is real, but in the right hands, it's rocket fuel. And when you build visibility into your culture, then you're no longer energy is no longer dependent on your mood. It builds on its own momentum. It sustains itself. If you want to build those systems, the kind that make performance automatic, then join us in the Velocity Mastermind. Click on the link in the description below and come join us, and we'll show you the frameworks, the tools, the skills that you need to make a social contagion of a powerful culture. But for today, go out and create some leadership fire. Really start to notice, what's the culture that I want? What am I saying out loud? What am I celebrating and reinforcing? And get absolutely intentional about shoring up, strengthening, and expanding your culture. And I'll see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.